So the Clippers win the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the Bulls, Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5, and it's Dunleavy in at the 3 slot. Now here's Griffin, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jordan, and the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a 2nd-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. Redick with the 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Here's Butler. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Passes to Gasol. Here's Dunleavy. The shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Paul dishes to Griffin. Back to Paul. That's tipped. Griffin passes to Mbah a Moute. Butler kicks to Gibson. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Griffin kicks to Mbah a Moute. Pass to Paul. They get it back. Jordan dishes to Mbah a Moute. Off the left rim and out. Bulls have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And it's Butler missing.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down. And guys, the Clippers last year, they were okay against the Eastern Conference, but not spectacular. You would have thought that with how well they were overall, they would have just really feasted on the East.
And that's going to be a travel. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. In the corner, Gibson with it. The baseline J. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 7 points here for Taj Gibson. Clippers trail by 4. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What did you find out, DB?
He said Chris Paul is a major concern for them because of his ability to lead a team. He said it all starts with Paul because
all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
And we'll get a look at how the Hustle Stat game has been going for Chicago.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for the Clippers. Johnson comes in for Paul Pierce.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him. That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish, bringing it down with some thunder?
Yeah, lightning, too.
But, guys, the pass, for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
Here is Brooks after Austin Rivers scored. Moore with the bucket.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team, a true warrior, even in an off year.
Here's Brooks. There's a minute left to play in the first. He kicks it to Noah. There's the screen. Knocks it loose. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Aldridge. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Brooks with it. Picked up by Rivers. Here's Mirotic. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. Mirotic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Rivers kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Rivers. Deep 2 from Crawford. Again, the Clippers. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Johnson kicks to Green. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Mirotic grabs the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the Bulls leading by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And before the game, Star Center Joakim Noah talked about the intensity. I think Joakim can certainly make a case, Clark, for Chicago being that famished 5, especially with Rose back on the court.
There's no doubting that, Kevin. I mean, even the addition of Gasol with his 2 rings, the way he left things in L.A., that left him with an appetite that has him still hustling.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Pierce is out there with Luke Mbah-a-Moute. And it's Griffin in at the center position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Gasol no good.
Guys, the Bulls defense was as stout as ever last season. A big part of that is they have guys that challenge you inside and at the rim. Even off the bench, all of their bigs are mobile and protect the basket.
Paul's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 7. And here we go. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Holiday.
He'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Talking about the Bulls and their rim protection, they had the lowest opponent field goal percentage on shots right at the rim.
Yeah, and it helps when you compare 7-footers down low. It's not just the bigs, though. Even their perimeter players will track back and challenge at the rim. Really a total team effort.
A dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
Rose against Paul. It's Redick on the wing. Al Paul. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. No luck. Nice D from Rose. Chicago leading by 6. For the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Paul outside. Over in the corner, Mbah-a-Moute. Back to Paul. 14 feet away. Los Angeles with another miss.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down. Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
Paul for three. They grab their own miss. Pierce wide open. He fires. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 4th assist in this one. Gasol, a screen on Paul. Here's Rose. A stupendous finish in traffic.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Paul's shot is off.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Griffin from beyond the arc and then some. Griffin's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Rose goes in. That's good. And the Bulls lead by 5.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Chicago making some changes. LA has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Johnson outside. Green, the screen. Johnson, the pass to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, trying for it. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Shot clock at 3. Crawford dishes to Green. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Noah the screen. The pass to Mirotic. Tips it. Jordan with the rebound. Clippers trail by 5. There's Crawford with the 3, and that one's good. Crawford's got 7 points. And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well?
Moore with the steal. There's 48 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Mirotic. Brooks kicks it to Noah. To 5 on the shot clock. Here's Rivers. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Here's Dunleavy. Accurate with a jumper from the elbow. Now it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And that does it for the first half of play. Bulls lead by 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Doc, how would you assess the team's performance?
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Some nice stretches of basketball from them. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Butler teamed with Dunleavy on the perimeter. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Rose.
Bounds.